The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the August 13th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in at 877-927-6648. Now, if you've got a question and you can't dial in, guess what? Stevie's got your back. You can send me an email. Send it off early. Send it to steve@tfnn.com. Inside that subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, if you're inside our Tigers Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We start our day with a sea of green out there. All the U.S. indices we track are trading the upside. Dow's up 172, about 0.5%, 1% for the S&P 56, 1 7/10 for the NASDAQ, 317, 7/10 for the Russell, 15 points there, 2 3/10% for the semis. They're up 112. The trannies are up 14 points, basically flat out there. Gold is up $8. Silver's off 26 cents. Light crude back $1.26. Natural gas off 2 pennies. 30-year Treasury printed up 21 ticks. She's printed out at the 123.31 level. If we take a look at our movers and shakers, moving to the upside, you got Super Micro, $35, 6.5%. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, $27, 2.5%. Bank of Montreal, 7%, $23. KLA Corp up $22, 3%. Eli Lilly, $21, 2%. To the downside, Citrus Oncology off $37, a 92% move. Wow. That's a nasty one. Domino's Pizza off $8, nearly 2%. Illumina is off $5, 4%. Globus Med is off $6.5, 9%. Chipotle down 6.5. That's about a 12% move. So we got movers and we've got shakers. But let's begin our day by taking a look at where we at on the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline Oscillator. We are just poking our head above that zero threshold level. So I don't know where it's going to end the day. If we close above it today, it's a signal that we could be seeing a shift in the market where buyers have control. Of course, you'd say that buyers have been in control ever since the bottom from Monday out there. But nonetheless, that's what this indicator is telling us. So we'll see where that close at day's end. If we look at that spot volatility index, it is still trading. Well, let's do this here. Let's open up this window. You can see that it's still trading above its 50-day, which is 1726. I believe that is the price target. I would have more belief if we got and started trading below yesterday's low in the VIX, which is at 1889. So you want to watch that. We're at 1948 as we speak right now. So here we've got kind of offsetting messages. The spot VIX is saying sellers are in control. The New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline Oscillator is saying, well, maybe the buyers are in control. Well, that's not enough for you and I. We want to go take a look at the actual charts out here. So let's go see what those equity future contracts are really signaling to us. When we look at the daily, weekly, and to the extent we can, we'll look at the monthly chart. These are the September charts that we're looking at. The upper left-hand side is the daily time frame. So what do you know about it? This formed a buy the D point, a Gartley buy pattern on the trading day of August the 8th out there. That's when that big old bullish engulfing candle formed. And now what price is doing, price is trying to break above a slightly bearish structured profile. And it closed today about 54.0850. We'll do that. And that would then suggest that we have a profile change in trend. And its next price target should be the bottom of its weekly profile. That's at 54.49. If price can close above 54.49, then that would signal to you and I that price should go target the 55.72 level. Is that a possibility? It's absolutely a possibility out there. If we look at the monthly chart for the ES Mini, what we can see here is price pulled back into it slightly, just really the center of its profile. I mean, it's ever so slightly bullish in structure, but it looks like it found support right now. It's trying to get back above the top of its the top of its monthly profile, and that number is at 54.30.75. So I keep that number handy as well. You close above that, then conditions for the monthly chart for the ES Mini are going to suggest a further rally as well. So one step at a time. 54.08 is the key. 54.850 is the key number to be watching today for the ES Mini. Today is only going to be bar number one to the upside. If we take a look at its stance moves out here, this looks pretty bullish. What do you mean looks pretty bullish, Stevie? Well, number one, we haven't tagged the low of a prior candle since August the 8th out there. Number two, we had a nice little 2-bar rally. And then yesterday was a 1-bar move to the downside, a one-hit wonder. And now we're trading higher again. Odds would favor here at least a 2-bar rally as well. That says we should close higher today and close higher tomorrow. At least that's what the dance pattern is signaling to an eye. Now let's go take a look at the NQ. The NQ, this will take just a moment here to populate these charts again. A little slightly different than what we normally do, only because I want to be able to take a look at the bigger picture out there. Because if we only look at one picture, well, all we're going to see is one picture, and really I think it's important to understand what's going on multiple time frames. For example, the case of the NQ for its daily time frame, price is trading with inside its profile. On this set of charts. We'll take a look at the other set of charts momentarily. Actually, we don't have to. The NQ is pretty much lining up. Yeah, the NQ is lining up just fine with regard to its profiles. So here, if price closes the day above 18... Sorry about that, folks. I'm still dealing with this COVID stuff. If price is able to close above 18,702 out there, that's its oscillator and change line. We have not been above the oscillator and change line since July 10th. Well, that's going to give us a little bit of a change in trend, and that's going to suggest that price may be targeting 19,480. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, its T9 count pattern, top that was out there, did the job. It took price all the way back to breakout support at 18,211.50, so that work to the downside is done. This is suggestion move to 19,485. So we got 19,480 and 19,485 out there. Monthly chart, not enough data really to spend any time on, unfortunately. Now, if we here, I believe I can go take a quick peek at the intraday charts out there, because we know that the NQ, well, I know, let's draw it in here. The NQ is, so the next level of resistance is going to be its descending trend line. So let's go draw that. Let's go draw that pattern in here. So it's going to be pretty close to dead on balls accurate. So we can see we're very close. As far as today, where that number is, where that trend line is, probably about 19,028, 030, somewhere right around there. So we should go target that now. If price is able to take out that trend line, on top of everything else that we took a look at inside the NQ, it should continue to rally further. But let's not stop there for the NQ, because we're approaching trend line resistance. Let's go see if we can identify what's going on the intraday charts out here for the NQ. And for that, if we just simply start on the lower right, work our way to the left, we got a 10-minute chart, no topping signal. 50-minute chart, no topping signal. 30-minute chart, no topping signal. 60-minute chart, no topping signal. We are in bar number 8 on a 2-hour time frame. This bar number 8 is going to complete at 12 noon. That says that by session end, we could have a TD9 count top out there. No other tops, 240 or 5-hour time frame chart. So it's up and away to that descending trend line. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Let's do the same thing for the Dow Equity Future Contract and the Russell, though they are not as strong as the NQ and the ES Mini. So it's those two that are pulling the bus higher out there. If we take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract here, there was no bottoming pattern on the daily time frame. Like we have Gartley buy patterns on the ES and the NQ. There was no A to B equals CD pattern that formed out here. So what we have going on is just simply a consolidation with inside this profile. The Dow continues to find resistance in that sell zone. It's a bearish structured daily profile. And the sell zone is between the range of 39,695 up to 39,984. The weekly time frame did its job, which was it formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top and price found support, which was the bottom of its profile at 38,998. So we're back above the center of that profile. It's bullish in structure. This is communicating to us it would like to get up to the 43.76 level. But before that happens, price would have to take out the top of that daily profile out there. And again, it's trading in a bearish structured profile there. Nothing on the monthly chart. So let's finish this off and take a look at the Russell 2000 Equity Future Contract. Again, look at the daily and probably the weekly, but the monthly chart might be limited data. And the Russell 2000, you'd almost think we're taking a look at the Dow charts. Again, same thing. No bottoming pattern, meaning there was no A to B equals CD like we had on the ES and the NQ. We are consolidating with inside its profile. It's pretty much an even Steven type of a profile, 2091 right now being resistance. Price should rally, assuming that the ES and the NQ continue their rally. Price in this Russell 2000 ought to make its way to the 2133, 2156 level. This had a sell the D point pattern on the weekly time frame, and price got back towards its breakout area, the breakout level being down at 1986.20 out there. We're trading inside its new profile. Got a new profile support at 2045, resistance 2137 out there. Now, even though, I should have done this with the Dow, even though the Russell's weaker than the ES and the NQ, what from a bullish standpoint, yesterday was a 2-bar pullback. since the bottom that came in on Monday out there. So what you should see here is at least two bars to the upside for the Russell 2000. What that means is two consecutive higher closes than the prior close out there. So that's what I see when I take a look at the daily, the weekly charts out there for the ES, the NQ, YM, and the Russell 2000. I hope that helps you out. Let's take a look at Goldilocks. Let's do the same thing as long as we're here. So let's put up gold. We're in the December contract for gold. Gold is trading above the top of its daily profile, likely going to go target. Now, there is a trend line out here as well. Let's open this up. So prices really run into trend line resistance out here. We'll draw that in. Excuse me. So here you can see gold finding resistance at that descending trend line. If you can get above this descending trend line, it's trading inside the swing point, by the way, from July 17th. And as long as it remains in that swing point, that means as long as it remains above 25.0470, odds would favor a test of that high, 25.3770. So nothing broken here, but price has hit resistance when we take a look at the daily time frame. The weekly time frame right now is trading above the top of its profile. We haven't been above the top of this profile, I think, at all. I take it back. We had one session, which was back on May 17th. So as long as we are above a green oscillator change on the top of its profile, that suggests testing that high from July. Again, that number is at 25.3770. So the weekly wants to get up there. The daily is just dealing with that trend line out there. And on a monthly basis, we've got enough. So you've got a TD9 count top that completed last month. Price has never even made its way back to the oscillator and change line. Never even made its way back so far. It has not made its way back to the low of last month. So even though you've got a bearish pattern, I'd have to say it's neutral. So gold's neutral on the monthly. Right now it is bullish to neutral on the weekly, and it is bullish on the daily time frame. So that's what's going on with Goldilocks. Let's take the time and go through a couple of requests that have come in. So let's go get to those. The first one is to take a look at Tesla. This is for G-Man. G-Man has a long position here. Tesla forming a TD9 count top. Took price all the way back to TD9 count breakout support. Does that last Monday out there. And 182.01 was the number. So what we've got going on here. Now, there was no bottom pattern that I have on my screen. If you will, G-Man, that form, meaning no A to B equals CD down, no Rhodes momentum indicator signal, no TD9 count. But remember, on the TD9s, pulling back to a breakout level of support can be a bottom. And at this stage here, that's what we've got right now. So the next battle for Tesla to the upside, you're long with calls, is going to be at 208.34. That's the bottom of its daily profile. The high so far today, 206.59. So that's the first level. Now, I'm not saying that when it gets that level that that it's going to turn to the downside. It may get up to the 212.33-ish area out there. You really do want to see this close above the oscillator and change line. I don't recall when your options expire out there. The weekly chart, which has a sell the D point top, is right now trading back above its oscillator and change line. So that is adding to the idea that Tesla ought to make its way to 208.34. On a monthly time frame, you're trading inside the profile, so the monthly is not really assisting the bullish side out there. But nonetheless, the weekly and the daily are. We're trading above all of the highs over the last 4 or 5 trading sessions on a daily basis. So 208.34 is the level. Now, if we take a look at an intraday chart out here for you, G, let's take a look at a 65-minute chart. 65-minute chart has resistance at 210.04. So you want to watch that. That's a TD9 count breakdown level. 30-minute time frame chart. Now, I didn't see a top out there. I don't see a top on the 30-minute time frame chart as well. Lastly, we'll put up 130 minutes. See what that set of bars looks like. No topping signal there as well. Now, price is trading here inside its profile. So it does have resistance at 206.94. It's a bullish structured profile for that time frame. And if we do get a close above that, that suggests move to 226 and change. You're short Tesla. Oh, sorry. Okay, my apology. I probably misread it. And long NVIDIA, meant to ask about NVIDIA. Okay, well, we'll do that for you. So you're short Tesla. Oh, boy. So what would be the reasons to be short? You just want to be short Tesla. What would be the reason to be short? Just simply that you're trading below the bottom of that profile. So what I would say is I'm sure you're going to stay with that position out there. But watch that 208.34 to 212.30. That could be the go, no go zone, so to speak, with regard to Tesla. But when we looked at those intraday charts, that certainly is suggesting a further rally. But you wanted to really take a look at NVIDIA, or Stevie Blue, the Tesla interpretation for you, NVDA. Let's see what we have going here. So NVIDIA, you're long. So as this populates, and being long and strong is the right move as we speak right now, price is trading above the center of its bullish structured daily profile. And that suggests, that price should make a move up to 118.05. Am I saying that's where price is going to stop on this rally? No, I'm saying that's where the next battle is. On a weekly time frame chart, it's dealing with the battle right now. And that battle is at the bottom of its profile at 114.50. So you'd really love to see price stay above 114.50 on the weekly time frame, and then deal with the 118.05 level. If on NVIDIA price closes above 118.05, then what we'd be looking at is likely move up to the 125 even Steven level, 123 to 125 out there. So that's what I see when I take a look at NVIDIA. It says stay with the trade out there, and I'll take a look at those intraday charts when we get back from this break.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry Pesavento Friday, July 12th and Friday, July 26th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time for 3 hours of live trading. For this month only, use promo code LarryJuly24 at checkout to save $50 on your first month's subscription. For all the information and to reserve your spot today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. Just to close out the analysis on Tesla out there, I looked at the intraday charts. I didn't see any kind of topping signals out there, so it does look like it wants to continue to trade higher. I do see an A to B equals CD pattern out here. We're very close to the 1-to-1 price projection area. It's about the 115.70 level. What I also noticed on this chart here is today is going to be day number 2 to the upside. We can see that we had, if we take a look at since the high that formed back on June 20th, we had a 2-bar rally that was on June 25th and the 26th. 3-bar rally between July 8th and July 10th, and then this is going to be the first 2-bar rally. So, you're short here. I would say with that A to B equals CD pattern, with this being bar number 2, we're likely to get at least a short-term top or some type of retracement that would begin either tomorrow or the following day out there. So that's the full analysis of NVIDIA. G-Man, everybody else, hope that helps you out there as well. Let's move on to the next request. It's coming in from Joe D. He wants to take a look at ticker symbol XHB. So let's go see what this thing is doing, where it's trading, where it's headed to. It is trading below the bottom of its daily profile. So that's never really good unless we have a clear bottom, which I don't. Now, price got back to that green horizontal line. That's a TD9 count break down level. Can that level hold the resistance, hold the support? I suppose. I've never really tested that out. Now, I've tested it out visually with my eyes, and if that were the case, I would have seen it time and time and time again out there, and I don't really recall seeing that. But I don't see anything bullish here, at least on the daily time frame. If we look at the weekly time frame, we have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top with price trading with inside its profile. So your level of support is going to be between 99.78 and 102.17. Resistance being the top of that profile. Oh, I take it back. We are trading above the top of the profile at 106.93. As long as price remains above 106.93, Joe, price ought to go tackle that oscillator and change line. That right now is printed at 111.45. If price can close above that, then price should go tackle that swing point that created that weekly Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. But you want to take a look at volume. That had volume of 14 million shares last week as an example. You test to reject that swing point with 12 million shares. Too early in the week to try to identify what the volume might be at that swing point high from August. So we're calling this a kind of a neutral type signal as we speak on the weekly time frame. The monthly time frame, trying to form a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Don't know if it will have a bearish reversal candle at month's end. But we do know is price tested and rejected that green oscillator and change line. So very bullish signal. So even though it's got a top, it's really neutral. So we're neutral on the monthly. We're neutral on the weekly. And the daily is somewhat bearish out there. That's what I see when I take a look at XHB, which is the Home Builders ETF for the S&P 500. So, Joe, I hope that helps you out, and best of luck to you, whatever you're doing with that instrument. Brent wants to take a look at Teladoc. Talk about a COVID stock that skyrocketed up into the $320-ish level, got up to a total of 308. 308 even Steven, one of Basil's round numbers, February of 2021. Ever since then, it has been a rocket ship to the downside, trading at 707 right now. But what Brent in Martinez, California has identified is that if you look at the monthly time frame chart, you've got a wave number 7 bottom signal that's out there. That needs a higher low to confirm that pattern, so potential bottom there. The weekly last week completed the bar following bar number 9 of a TD9 count. Brent, as long as price closes above 710 this week, and you're at 706 right now, that pattern may get legs. What you'd really like to see this do is close above its oscillator and change line. That's at 738. But a close below that on a weekly basis, that's what you want to watch, could be suggesting trouble in River City. And the River City that we're really referring to comes from the daily time frame. And the daily time frame is going to go ahead and complete, or confirm, I should say, a TD9 count bottom, so long as price closes the day below 716. And we are at 707. So that's the first level, really for the daily time frame, you want to see if bar number 9 completes today. If it doesn't, because it closes above the level I gave you, the close of bar number, bar number 5 out there, that close being 716. If it closes above 716, the pattern goes away. Now, if it does that, you would get a bull sash candle, and that would confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. So it does. It does look like the daily is going to give you a bottom signal one way or the other out there. Again, this is bar number 9, Brent. The bar following bar number 9 completes tomorrow. So that's when the pattern would complete. All of that would suggest a rally towards resistance. Resistance right now would be the bottom of its daily profile. That's at 738. The oscillator change line is a few pennies below that. Let's leave it at 738. So you know what to look for in the daily time frame. You also know what to look for on the weekly time frame. And again, on the weekly, any close below 710 come Friday, and it looks like Teladoc wants even lower price, maybe just simply going out of business. So, Brent, always good to hear from you. Thanks so much for taking the time to write in. And we've got a request out here to take a look at Moderna. mRNA. So let's do that. That is for Jeff Lynn inside the Tiger's Den. That's right. We've got the lead for Electric Light Orchestra in there. That is a beautiful thing and a beautiful band. Now we take a look at Moderna. I'm assuming that is a C to D leg that we've got drawn in there. And do we have a bullish reversal candle? It is not. So it has not completed its A to B equals CD pattern. It is trading below the bottom of its bullish structured daily profile. Yesterday was day 1 below it today, and it being 82.83. You close below that again today. That would suggest to Stevie that maybe this thing wants to go and actually complete its A to B equals CD. What I'm going to do off screen is give you the exact A to B equals CD number out there. So if you give me just a second. You don't have a choice out there. And also, this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to confirm that we really have a valid A to B equals CD pattern. Meaning, did we get the proper B to C retracement on this? And we did not on the pattern that I've got drawn in there. By the way, that pattern that we're looking at, that was only about a 27% retracement. And that A to B equals CD would complete at 72.94. But I question now I'm going to go ahead and change screens and just show you myself out here. And I'm not saying that it can't, be a to B equals CD to the downside. But really, the B to C leg, which you can see here, is from 114.02 up to 129.39. It was only a 27% retracement. So is that really an A to B equals CD pattern? Now, I don't see any other kind of pattern that is out here at the moment. But we are trading, again, below the bottom of that daily profile. This is suggesting lower price to Stevie. We are trading now. Let's go back to the, here, we're on these... We're on the black background charts. You're trading below the bottom of its weekly profile. Looks to me like Moderna's next stop is going to be down at the bottom of its monthly profile, and that is at 70.57. Well, down is good. Down is where it is very likely headed to. That is Moderna out there, and I do hope that helps you out. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Would love to hear from you folks by email. It's probably about too late by the time they show up. Oh, Dan the man. Has written in. We're going to go take a look at CLF. But that's all that I've got in the queue as we speak right now. No, LB's got one too, LAC. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking Cleveland Cliffs. This is for Dan F. And his question is, can he go long today? What you're going to get today, it appears, is a bar number 9 of a TD9 count. So that says the bottom should take place either today or tomorrow. Now, you have resistance up above. So, use your normal position sizing, which should be about 1.618 of the average true range of this instrument. Let me see if I don't think I have that because I lost my daily chart out here. Let me see. Do I have it? No, I'm going to have to rebuild that back into my daily chart to give that to you. But figure out what the average true range, pretty easy to do. Just take a look at the highs to lows of the last 10 days out there and account for gaps as well. And then just simply divide that by 10. And then take that and multiply times 1.618. And that should be helping you to identify the size of your stop out there. So your stop needs to be below wherever your entry point is to give it some room to run. So you're going to get the daily bottom. The weekly one is a bit concerning, only in that it's trading back inside its swing point. So it still is inside the swing point from the trading week of November 4th out there. Let me make sure I've got that right. The week that ended October 31st out there. And the low on that is 1182 and the high is 1357. So you'd like to see price close back above 1357 to jettison out of there. If the TD9 count were to fail, then the next area you might be looking at is at 1182 on a test rejection with lighter volume out there. You are below its breakout level of support, and it also negated, on a weekly basis that is, last 2 weeks ago, its TD9 count bottom. You're below profile on the monthly time frame chart, so the weekly and monthly are just saying cautious. Will Robinson just says don't back up the truck. But if you're asking Stevie, do the charts show a bottom pattern for Cleveland Cliffs on the daily time frame? The answer is yes, and that bottom pattern is going to complete tomorrow. Doesn't mean that it will be a lower low. It just means that the pattern will complete tomorrow. Your question was, should you go long today or can you go long today? I'd have to say the answer there is yes. If we look at it, you've got the signal, but a lot of pressure to the downside. Nothing really standing out here with regard to the daily up and down pattern signals out there. So if you're going to go long, we should see some bottoming signals as well on the shorter term time frame charts. Let's start with the 30-minute chart out here for Cleveland. Well, I don't have enough data. That's so weird. We're going to add data here. I have no idea why we have, 5 bars? Yeah, I don't think so, Stevie. So let's take at least 30 bars. So you've got a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern out here. So the 30-minute time frame is suggesting a rally to 1321. How about the 65-minute time frame? Do we have a bottom signal there? You get a Rhodes momentum indicator signal of price trading above profile resistance. So we're going to call that a bottom signal. Lastly, let's look at the 130-minute time frame, see what we have out here. And on the 130, you've got a TD9 count bottom pattern that is going to go ahead and complete at 1350, at 150 this afternoon out there. So the intraday charts are at least suggesting, with regard to Cleveland cliffs out here, that it should rally up towards the 1333 level. What happens once it gets there? Stevie does not know. Let's go take a look at, for LB, let's take a look at the LAC out there. What set of charts am I on? The white background charts. So this is Lithium America, and LB is looking for a entry point into it. So let's get off of the Cleveland charts and let's move over to LAC. Turns out that LAC is very likely going to go ahead and confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom today. Today is a bull sash candle. In order for this to retain that bull sash candle status, we need to see it close above yesterday's open. Yesterday's open out there was at 221. So the first thing, LB, to watch at session end is this price close above that level. If it does, then you're likely to rally further. Further being the bottom of its daily profile up at 270. The weekly chart is trading below the weekly profile. It needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. The monthly chart is trading below profile. The monthly chart is suggesting it wants to get to its breakout level, and that's at $1.48. Look, Lee, on a daily basis, looks like you're going to get that confirmed bottom pattern. I don't recall what time frame it is that you're thinking of trading this, but you should get a rally up towards that 270, 277 level. That's on Lithium America Corp. So I hope that helps you out. And as always, thanks for writing in. And thank you, John C. inside the Tiger's Den, for putting that next request, and that's to go take a look at Apple. As we take a look at Apple, you can see that right now, John, price is trading above that green oscillator and change line, bullish signal. Why? Because we have a rising price oscillator above zero. Secondly, it is trading above the center of its profile. So it's made its way, or appears to be making, that's at 219.68. Appears to be making its way through that potential resistance zone. And that suggests that Apple should go target profile resistance. 225.60 is its number. If we look at that weekly time frame chart out there, consolidating with inside its profile, slightly bearish structured profile, we're above that green oscillator and change line, adds the idea of move to the 225.60 or 228.21 level. And finally, on the monthly time frame, it's all out bullish. No topping signal or anything along the lines there. What we've got is price above profile, price above the green oscillator and change line. Apple wants to rally further. That rally further level, if we look at the intraday charts out here, this is kind of interesting. Wasn't the 30-minute chart. It's the daily chart. Today for Apple is going to become bar number 5 of consecutive moves to the upside. Once you get to bar number 5 of consecutive moves to the upside, that typically tells you about a change in trend to the upside in this case here that is unfolding inside of Apple. Now, does that mean that price will take out that resistance level at the top of its profile? No, it does not mean that that's what it will do, but it does add to the idea that Apple should go target the 225.60 level. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to put up the NDX 100. I want to see what this shows us. Does this show us the same thing for its daily time frame? And I don't know the answer to that, but I do want to find out the answer since we looked at that with Apple. No, in the NDX 100, the cash index, we are going to be in bar number 4 today. So watch tomorrow. If we get a higher close tomorrow, that too is going to signal to you and I that we again have more of a change in trend. Counter trend moves should not last beyond 4 bars. Now, it is in the NDX 100 is bar number 4 today. And what is it in the NQ out here? We probably have different messages, unfortunately, but let's go find out. NQ, just take a quick peek here. Just since Apple's one that actually kind of turned me on to that. Now, we are in bar number 4 on the NQ as well. So if this is only a counter trend move out here, we ought to at least see price move. We ought to see a short-term top form today inside of the NQ out there. You'd want to go take a look at those intraday charts towards the end of the session or overnight just to make sure of that. Just out of a coincidence out here, there are no coincidences in life. We are bar number 8 to the upside on a 30-minute time frame for the NQ. That says we should see a short-term top form between 12 noon and this is bar number 8 and 1 p.m. out there. So just out of curiosity here, what's going on with all the 30-minute charts? Why? Because you like to have things that are a little bit more in sync out there. So we're going to try to get those on our screen here before we actually, the music didn't start playing, but 30-minute, I think we'll get this populated before the music is done in about 20 seconds out here. What we're looking for, what are we doing in all the 30-minute time frame charts? Do we all have potential TD9 count tops? Look like Stevie's going to actually answer that for you when we get back from this break. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the ES Mini here, and we can see that it is in bar number 8, like the NQ. Now, the YM is also in bar number 8, but it needs a tick above bar number 4 between now and 1 p.m. in order to generate a TD9 count top for the 30-minute time frame. That means a tick above 39,766. If we go down to the smaller time frames here for the ES Mini, I don't think we covered the ES Mini in detail. If we did, well, I guess we're going to cover it again. So, on a 30-minute time frame, as we're approaching a top, what we'd like to see on the shorter term time frames, that'd be the 15 and the 10 minute, that we also have a topping signal. Turns out on the 15-minute chart, you are in bar number 9 right now. So at 12 noon, you're going to get a TD9 count top that's confirmed. You're going to complete that pattern at 12:15. Watch that high, whatever the highest high is on the ES Mini, because if price starts trading above that, that tells you that the TD9 count top is failing. Price in the ES Mini should pull back to test maybe only 54.19. That would at least be the first area of support. The 10-minute time frame chart also in bar number 8. So that says that by about 12:20, you could or should get a TD9 count top there. Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal is present as well. So those are the only two. Let me make sure of that. The 120-minute charts, bar number 8, as we mentioned, that would be the end of the day when that would form its pattern out there. So watch the 30-minute, watch those 15 and 10 minutes to give you some assistance. I know there's people that are going long and short all over the place out there. Watch those because you've got these TD9 counts at your on your screen right now for 10, 15, and 30. Just all you have to do is mark down that you're in bar number 8 right now on the 30. You're in bar number 9 on the 15. You are in bar number 8 on the 10-minute. And then from there, you should be able to navigate that. Let me give you support areas real quickly. The 30 is about 54.11. The 15-minute, again, 54.19. The 10-minute is at 54.26, followed by 54.20 out there. Folks, thanks so much for your participation today. Give me all those requests, whether by email or through the Tiger's Den out there. Stay tuned for all the great programming. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Wonderful Wednesday. But until then, please have a terrific Tuesday and be safe out there. Take care, folks.